Hey guys, I just want to be real quick. And so a lot of times people say, hey, how do I build a PMO? How do I build a PMO? And that's great. And that's something that a lot of people go through. There's a lot of articles, there's a lot of books, there's a lot of goodness. I put it all in my book. But here's what most PMO managers forget. Here's what they forget. They forget about running the PMO. Building a PMO is very different from running a PMO. And so what I did is I put together the processes of how to run a PMO. So at the highest level, you develop your executive reports, you develop your PMO reports. Yes, they're very radically different. You develop and really execute your PMO from a day-to-day perspective, and then you develop mentoring and buddy systems. These are the 4 big groupings that you're going to use to run your PMO. Now, obviously, there's tons and tons of details behind those. I get that. That's something that we'll go deeper with in later videos and later discussions. But I really just wanted to talk to you at the briefest point of how do you run a PMO? And those are the 4 buckets. Okay. All right, excellent. Okay, so when we're talking about running a PMO, what I've done is I've put 10 main components. So what are the 10 main components to running a PMO? Again, I've documented these in my books, but I just want to get out there and really show you what they are, because a lot of people forget about it. You build a PMO, that's one thing, but you got to run the PMO after you build it. And I can't stress enough how important that is. So number 1, define color definitions. Number 2, set up the CR process. Number 3, develop portfolio, program, and project manager playbooks. Number 4, define PMO priority list. 5, define the PMO weekly checklist. 6, set project transition plans. 7, develop PMO templates. 8, execute on the PMO reports. 9, review and select tools. And 10, which is the most important, which I'm going to go like this, is have that elevator speech. Basically explain the value of your PMO. As a PMO manager, one of the things that you will deal with a million times is, what if we shut this PMO down? What's the value this PMO is bringing? You have to have that elevator speech. You have to constantly be developing and understanding the value you bring. And so as a PMO manager, I cannot stress enough how important it is to have and understand the value of your PMO and make sure that your people understand the value as well. So I just wanted to get on real quick. There's a whole thing about building a PMO, but once you build it, you have to run it. And please, if you're going to be a PMO manager, distinguish the differences between the two, right? Once you build it, you got to run it. And then, of course, and we'll jump into shutting it down. But I really think it's important to understand the differences between running a PMO, building a PMO, and then, of course, shutting it down. Make sense?